G'day viewers, well, got me some more batches of pop, but I'll pop those when I get a chance. Also found some funny ones here. There's a bit of the original set-top box remote control when we first bought it. They were the original batteries in the factory. Funny brand. Disgracefully made electronic garbage from China. I don't know. They do leak like they made the garbage. They have leaked, so yeah. Cheap, nasty batteries. They're a clone of a Duracell battery. Don't know what brand that's supposed to mean, but that's what it may as well stand for. Disgracefully manufactured electronic garbage from China. Yeah, I've got a couple more here I can pop. Just haven't had a bloody time. I left this running for a couple of days. They're still going strong. The power went off this morning, so yeah, it didn't start back up after the power went off. I just realised this actually turns the motor off as well as the contacts. I thought that was only for the contacts, but this actually turns the motor off as well. There you go. Still working quite well, that. That was a great find, that switch. Been thinking what I'm going to be doing with this old accumulator. Or, yeah, accumulator. It's not a receiver dryer. Definitely an accumulator. It goes on your condensing side of your car AC system. I can put a pressure gauge in there, put that in line, and I can use this as kind of a little pressure accumulator for my air hose line. Quite an interesting little air tank, that's for sure. This top doesn't because this is a stock Holden Commodore one. This one doesn't even have a side class on the top, so I shouldn't have to worry about that popping out if this somehow overpressurises. Give it a bit of a clean up and we'll see how it behaves. That'd be a good miniature bloody air tank, or even for accumulating the vacuum. Cool for some little vacuum experiments, I reckon. Oh, bloody numpty. I'm looking here. This side here goes down and must go through a little tube to pick up any. Actually, might be an oil separator actually, because there's a tube that goes in there and goes down to the bottom. Then the gas comes out this end, where the sensor, the overpressure sensor that goes to cut the compressor out if it gets to, if there's too much pressure build up, and the gas comes back out of here. And this is the other side of the oil separator. So actually, it's an accumulator and oil separator. Let's give it a pressure test. So I can still whack a pressure gauge on there and put this in line and put a valve on one side or something like that and regulate it. Help balance out any fluctuations when the air compressor cuts in and out. Let's give it a pressurize. So get me a tripod so I can see this thing on camera. Oh, I have flushed this thing out of the compressed air to get any remaining residual refrigerant out of it. Interesting. You get a little bit of accumulation in there. Let's put the cap on one side of it. Alright, these little caps only go on a certain way, I think. Yeah, it's actually quite a thick wide little accumulator, so I could use this for a little pressure tank, even for an air horn or something. That'd be cool. Wonder if I can get enough in there for a little portable air cannon. That might be might have an idea there. Put a little valve on one side, I can charge it with a little fridge compressor, a pressure gauge there, have a little thing with a trigger on it, with a little barrel, or trigger valve and a barrel, and I can shoot things. It'd be good for a portable air cannon project. But I don't even have any, I only got Ryco hydraulic fittings for this. I don't have any refrigerant fittings. I could make something for a Ryco hydraulic fitting to fit on that. So, yeah, it's a bloody half-inch BSP, I think. Hydraulic line fitting. I'll need some spare hydraulic line fitting so I can adapt it to a normal BSP feed for air. So I put a valve on there, pressure gauge and fill it in from the back. Or yeah, valve here, another valve, so we have two valves, one to fill it, a pressure gauge to pressure, the measurement of the pressure, and one for the trigger with a barrel on it. But I don't have any bloody proper fittings for this. I could look at the white VN Commodore. I've got the big accumulator on it. That's all scrapped now, so all the lines are taken off, so I might as well see what fittings I can get off that. Hopefully we'll find maybe that accumulator's better, but that's not as good as this one. This is actually a steel one. That one has a bigger aluminium one. Might be worthwhile trying to raid some fittings off that. It was just HP printed stuff, taking up too much valuable space. Time to pop it. Was interesting at the time. Now it's just the frustration. Alright, let's I was going to use this to connect it, by the way, but it turns out I could use these terminals. Just realised that after I bloody cut the cord that I could also have used these instead of just this little plug here. So let's pop this in the variac and whiz it up real fast. It's only a cheap, nasty little motor anyway. I won't have much use for that. So let's pop it. Right, let's plug this thing in. Alright, power on. Variac's on 0, power on. Volts. I am using the 10 amp ballast, by the way, so if anything pops and shorts out, it's not going to blow my rectifier or variac. Power unplug safety first. Let's reverse the polarity here. Shorting it anyway. Alright. Dead short. That's a dead short. Power off, unplug safety first. Yeah, DC tends to arc a lot, obviously. Yeah, lucky that's only just warm too. Heatsink's staying cold, the rectifier's lukewarm. Ugh, it's locked up hard, that one. Yeah, arc the brushes out. I don't think there's any brush or commutator left on that. Let's try again. Love that smell. Power on. Yep, it's dead. Open circuit now. Unplug safety first. Let's try another motor. Oh, it's the scanner, a carriage assembly motor. Let's pop this little motor. I've got no use for those little bloody position sensors on those motors, so we'll pop that too. Turn it up. And nothing happening. Unplug safety first. Might do some troubleshooting here. Sounds like I've got an open circuit. Let's have a closer look at that. I don't see anything there. Let's try again. Nothing's shorted, it's just the motor hasn't got a connection. Let's try now. Power on. There we go. Yeah, dead short. Unplug the safety first. Yeah, it's seized. It's popped. Yeah, it's buggered. I'm going to try and get this LED strip light out. I wonder if I can actually drive this easily just by putting it up to a battery. You can see a little circuit board connecting all the little LED diodes in there. But I think there's actually more to it than that, so let's break this thing down. It's unbelievable. I miss those little CCFL scanners. That tiny little LED there lit up this whole light tube, and that's a substitute that replaces a traditional cold cathode fluorescent light in the modern day scanner. It's the light guide there. Hey, look at that tiny LED. I beat the shooter pins right off, damn it. I'd love to be able to use that. Unbelievable, this technology. It gets cheaper and nastier, more throwaway than ever before. So they make it small and unrepairable. And this is another little thin membranes here. Heaps of little tiny dots on it. Interesting. And there's a capture part. That must capture the what's on the page. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of little bloody little pins. Be at least, I don't know, 15 times. Yeah, at least bloody 150 pins there. Judging by what those numbers are, roughly counting those pins in between. And those little pins, I think, they sold it and trying to find where the hell they went. Don't know. Just completely broke off. Oh, here we go. This little big strip along here. Try and bloody see what I'm talking about here. It's like a little pin that's track that solders all the way along this board, and that metal track is actually connected to all these pins. I need a bloody macro scope or macro lens of this bloody camera. You can't see it like this. These little connections are just tiny. There you go, you kind of see them. And this little thing here is what captures the image. And there's the brains of the circuit right there. That little thing there. And the camera light won't line up with the lens. Oh, it's unreal, that. And that's got fine little legs on it. That's the heart and soul of this little scanner capture board. Obviously made in China. Unbelievable, this technology. Anyway, here's that motor. I got that motor off. Yeah, it's all nice and popped. Doesn't want to turn very good anymore because it's got no commutator and brushes left. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.